really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here.
I miss you too, Andy.
And coming right up, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Looking at the Hawks, it would be so important for them to get some positive energy built up early in the season. And getting a win here in their opening game would go a long way toward doing that. No doubt they're going to come out firing today. After a brisk off-season, it's finally upon us, fellas. What's that? Opening night! Oh, tonight's opening night? Another preseason game. Shaq, your thoughts on how important it is for a team to get off to a fast start?
Well, early wins gives you confidence.
Oh, do they ever?
Makes you more intimidating to play against.
Does it ever?
I'm so excited. I miss you guys this summer.
Oh, I know. What
I'm
are you
happy to be here. I went to China about 59 times.
Yeah.
I went to Cancun 72 times. And I went to the North Pole twice.
Oh, wow. So a pretty uneventful summer.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Capacity crowd of 20,000 fans at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. It'll be the defending NBA champion Atlanta Hawks taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Welcome everyone to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from Greece. And he's been a quick study at the NBA level. One reason? He actually takes notes. He said, you all make mistakes and your mind can't remember them all. I write what I did wrong and what worked. I'm going to keep it going. Someday, I'll have a collection. That dedication, Kevin, the sky is the limit for the Greek freak.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, D.A. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? Well, Clark, tonight a rarity. Both these teams love to run their offense through the block, through the big men. Why is that a dying trend in the NBA?
Well, I think the three-point shot has dictated that more teams are going to utilize that. Then analytics have come into play. The three-point shot is more valuable than the easy two in many cases. So teams are really tilting their offenses towards spacing the floor, shooting the three-point shot more than pounding the ball inside. And the pace of the game now lends itself to more three-point shooting and perimeter shooting than posting up.
Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Collins is out there with Karl Anthony Towns.
Bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound. Kevin, I like what Levine showed there. Not getting so locked in to his own offense. Keeps his head up, finds the open man.
Always a threat. Three-point land that time was seriously expanded.
There's the screen. Back to Brogdon. And stolen by Prince. He feeds it to Moore. Banked in off the glass. Moore's got 5 now.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it. Boy, that was a terribly difficult shot, but still, somehow, some way, it went down. Wow.
Bledsoe kicks to Moore. The Hawks working the ball around over Levine, and there it is again from him. Shot good from Moore. He has 7.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Brogdon the pass to Antetokounmpo. The 17-footer. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. This game against Milwaukee here, it's their first look to start the season.
They take on a team they knocked out of the playoffs last season in the conference semis.
Greg, would you suspect a little bad blood or bad feelings from the opposing side? They better be ready to scrap.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Levine against Moore. Levine dishes to Maker. Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker. 6 to shoot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, I tell you what, he is a deceptive athlete. When you look at Jabari Parker, he does a lot of things easily from an athletic standpoint. He's stronger than he looks, has much bounce and agility. Man, I love this guy's upside. Just hope he can stay healthy.
And for Parker, it seems that everything he does on the floor is slightly deceptive. Moves smoothly, Clark, but covers a ton of ground with his steps.
Yeah, despite his size, he's got a gracefulness that belies his size. He's smooth and effortless in all that he does. A lot of players matched up on him just get overwhelmed by his explosiveness. And his skill set is right on par with his athleticism. That's a dangerous combo.
Here's Levine after the made shot from Moore. Levine passes to Antetokounmpo. And, oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Nailed from three-point land. Bledsoe's got himself on the board with 3 there. Bucks trail by 6. Now, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Brogdon. Back to Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Levine can't hit.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the Bucks with possession here. following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's on to Tacumbo. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. On to Tacumbo has got his second bucket.
Nice to see how easy he takes over games. Makes it look elementary. I mean, that's why they feed him the rock so much.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Now, here's Maker. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And Greg, when Jabari Parker is healthy, he has shown that he can be a go-to scorer in this league.
Parker reminds me a bit of how Carmelo Anthony looked at the same age.
Atlanta leading by 9. This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. We've got C.J. McCollum. Anderson is out there with Collins. Then it's Dub. And a special thanks to Under Armour for the second look at the long-range three-pointer. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Beautiful. And Joseph kicks to Henson. Back to Joseph. Burks on the wing. Now here's Ross. Defense is right there. Over Anderson. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Ross has got 5.
Feasting on the leftovers, eating big time. Ross stepping inside the arc and making it happen.
From deep, Moore. Milwaukee with the rebound. They get the take on the Heat at Miami after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
To the middle, Bogdarich banked in off the glass.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Burks. Here's Henson. Rebounded by Moore.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Anderson, a screen on Joseph. From deep, Moore. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. He's got 15.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
They set the pick. Maker with a screen for Burks. Inside. No good that time. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Moore dishes to Anderson. Back to Moore. Burks pulls it in.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
No coverage that time.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
McCollum kicks to Moore. Inside. And Maker sends it back. And it's Moore penetrating. Rebound, Milwaukee. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pass to Joseph. Henson sets a screen for Joseph. Henson against Collins. Henson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And, you know, Henson's height and length and reach makes him a force on the glass. He does a nice job chasing down those rebounds.
Collins passes to McCollum. Here's Moore. The shot, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it.
He's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
Maker dishes to Joseph. Maker kicks to Henson. Moore against Burks. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Moore outside. It's stolen by Maker. Burks against Moore. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Burks. Atlanta's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Moore from beyond the arc and then some. Moore's got 9 points in the quarter.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from three-point range this quarter.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And here we are for opening night, folks. Something everyone has been waiting for. Fans, players, broadcasters, too. Clark, just how excited are these players to get this season started?
Well, as excited as we are, Kevin, because it is something special for the opening of a season. It's a new start. It's a reset. It's a fresh beginning, and that breeds an excitement that's unique in and of itself. And that's really what the players work hard all summer for, is the opportunity to perform at their best during the regular season.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backcourt.
Burks kicks to Henson. The three from Joseph. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got his third rebound on the night.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Livingston to the wing right side. And here's Moore outside. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Burks on the wing. He kicks to Joseph. And there's the foul. It'll go on Dove. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Jabari Parker's checked in for Henson. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Ross. Levine's checked in for Burks. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Corey Joseph. Atlanta also making some changes here. Towns is checked in for Collins. And it's Taurean Prince in for Anderson. And the Hawks making a change. "46 seconds left to play in the first half. Brogdon a screen on Prince. Diallo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And Antetokounmpo just, showing you once again what an all-around superb talent he is. He really moves that ball on offense.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. Killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
6-second difference between shot and gameplay. And Antetokounmpo spins it in.
And Giannis is a beast, a Greek freak, a dominant player on the offensive end.
Prince kicks to Bledsoe. Dish now to Davis. Feeds it to Moore. 3 seconds left. Here's Towns. And so it's Atlanta with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Second half about to start here in just a few moments. You will get Dove in this game. He's been everywhere.
And sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Yeah, and he accumulated a lot of assists. And I liked how unselfish he was, Greg.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, all the big bucks up front. Giannis, Parker, and Maker. Brogdon out there with Zach LaVine.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Stolen by Brogdon. Now the Bucks moving it up. Lays it up off the glass. Brogdon's got his second bucket tonight.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment.
Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Antetokounmpo passes to Maker. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, Thon Maker is a project player, Clark, for his team, taken 10th overall in the 2016 draft. Has great size, and he moves well, but it's going to be a few years before he gets to where he needs to be.
I agree with you, but with big guys, you can afford to be patient when you see that they have a work ethic and a commitment to getting better, are willing to learn and grow, and then you factor in his athleticism and size. I think it's a weight that's going to pay big dividends for the Bucks.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And I tell you what, Greg, once he finds that rhythm, he's hard to guard. Shots come easy for him.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Maker. Count that one. Maker's got 4 points this quarter.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Here's more. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Clark, what is amazing about how Giannis plays is how much ground he can cover. It's like he shrinks the floor with how long and tall he is, and his stride when going end to end or just attacking the basket.
Agreed. And how about this? I mean, he's Euro stepping at 7 feet tall. I mean, that's like a dance move, and this guy is doing it with ease. His size and movement and grace. Looks like at times he's on another planet playing against the best players in the world. The Greek Freak has set a standard on what it means to have elite athleticism in the NBA that very few can match.
Mark, we've seen an influx of superb scorers in the recent draft classes. Any young player come to mind who could lead the league in scoring in a few short years?
Well, it's going to be a while as long as Kevin Durant is still playing, Kevin. I think he's the guy that can do it as easy and efficiently as anybody. But when you look at some of the young guys that may have that potential, certainly Devin Booker at Phoenix, love this young man's stroke and demeanor and toughness on the offensive end. Markelle Fultz has a skill set that screams big-time score. Those 2 guys of the young group would probably stand out to me.
Right. How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket? The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
There's the pass to Parker. 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Levine. Pulls up. The shot missing. So the Hawks will take it the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Henson checked in for Jabari Parker. Burks comes in for Zach LaVine. And it's Joseph in for Brogdon. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, despite his youth, Kevin, Towns sees the big picture. I mean, gets points any way you can, and we'll see if he can cash in at the line here.
The Hawks have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
You know, you watch Karl Anthony Towns, and he just epitomizes the future of the NBA big man. Extremely versatile, gets it done inside and outside at both ends of the floor, and has a fluidity to his game that belies his size.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Collins kicks to Towns. To the inside. It's deflected. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Burks in the corner. The feed to Joseph. Dishes it to Henson. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Maker misses. And with Towns and him being the future of the NBA big men, the numbers he's put up at a young age are staggering. Clark just looks like a guard out there sometimes.
Well, there's a good reason for that, Kevin. You know, Towns actually played guard before a big growth spurt. I think that clearly helped with his skills, and that's why he's so comfortable creating. It's a perfect situation for a guy like him to revolutionize what a low block player can do.
Here's Henson on target from 13 feet. Henson's got 4 points this quarter.
And with the passing of time, Henson has developed a nice mid-range jump shot. The defense has got to be aware that he can make that shot.
And the shot is good.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Maker with a screen for Joseph. Henson with the screen. They set the pick. Burks against Moore. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to 12 points on that basket from Burks. Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Passes to Towns. Feeds it to Moore. From deep. Atlanta working now with the new shot clock. They shoot again. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
McCollum against Ross. Here's Antetokounmpo. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Man, that's a nice-looking stroke from Antetokounmpo. What can't this guy do?
Cuts off the pass. Burks against Moore. Pass to Ross. Here's the screen. Back to Burks. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Burks has got 8.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Bucks trail by 11. And here is Ross. He's got 5. Now here's Burks. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Ross. He dishes it to Burks. And there's the pass to Diallo. Burks kicks to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
Shot by Collins, no good. The Bucks shooting well, 50% from the floor. Antetokounmpo passes to Diallo. Ross with it, now defended by McCollum. Ross kicks to Antetokounmpo. Henson with the screen. Burks in the corner. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists now tonight. The Hawks leading by 6. Near the three-point line, it's Moore. Another.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happened.
A fader. And Davis pulls it down for Atlanta. They've gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second-half shooting percentage right at 50%. Buries the long-range jumper.
Evan, there's no stopping him right now. I mean, he's locked in this quarter. This defense has to get the ball out of his hand.
There's a screen. Antetokounmpo kicks to Ross. Back to Antetokounmpo to the paint. It's stolen by Davis.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Well, you're maximizing your possessions. That's the critical thing here, and they've got to make sure the timing is right, though.
And if you want to drive your coach crazy, this is a good place to start.
Really, exactly. I mean, in what world is that a good shot? You tell me. I mean, he's got to feel bad and embarrassed about that one. No reason to take that shot.
The Hawks have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Bucks trail by 10. There's the dish to Antetokounmpo. And again, the Bucks miss. Prince, that's for 2. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Prince has got 13 points. From deep. Misses. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now let's take a listen to Stan Van Gundy on a recent huddle.
We need to make solid plays, okay? Solid plays, aggressive plays, but solid plays, all right?
Wanting to keep up the energy here, Stan Van Gundy would also like to add a dose of greater efficiency.
You know, it's a delicate balance. To perform your best, you need to go 100%, but also be in control while doing it.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Bledsoe is out there with Dub, and there's Davis, and it's Prince in at the 4 spot. Here's Moore, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
That's good from Moore. Clark, when you look back at your terrific career, who is the one player that you considered your toughest opponent to go up against?
There were a couple of guys. Bernard King from the New York Knicks, because we saw them a handful of times a year, and he was just such a phenomenal scorer and a relentless worker offensively. He just never gave you a break. I didn't get to see the West Coast teams but twice a year. The Denver Nuggets in the early 80s had Kiki Vandeweghe, Alex English, and Dan Issel. And between those 3 guys, they were averaging about 80, 81 points a game. And I usually dealt with English or Vandeweghe. And those were long nights as those guys moved the ball, shot it from everywhere, and were excellent offensive players.
And Clark, as a Midwest guy, you grew up watching your teams go up against the Bucks, and even as a player, you faced off against them more than your fair share. When you think about the history of the Milwaukee Bucks, who leaves an imprint on your mind for how they help that franchise?
Well, guys that I actually played against, Sid Moncrief would be at the top of the list because he was so integral to the Bucks' success. Really good at both ends of the floor, a leader. I didn't have to guard him, but I played against those really good Bucks teams in the early, mid-'80s, and he was a big part of that.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo running, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. He feeds it to Maker. He kicks to Parker. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Muscle up. That's what Parker's telling those guys trying to defend him in the paint. He's really good at establishing his post position down low.
Prince's shot is good.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in. Locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
It's good. That's now 8 points for Thon Maker.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Prince misses. Bucks trail by 10. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Screen by Parker. Brogdon the pass to Maker. Shot clock at 6. Here's Parker, and the rejection by Towns.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Hawks. The Hawks leading by 10. And it's Moore penetrating, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And it's Parker in the corner, outside Levine. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Forcing the issue offensively. Levine has that sudden explosiveness. He gets a step and draws the foul.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Collins checked in for the Hawks. Brogdon against Bledsoe. Brogdon kicks to Levine. Screen by Parker. Shoots the 3. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Levine.
That's why a number of people feel Levine's better off the ball, Kevin. I mean, let somebody else set him up, and all he has to do is finish.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows, and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And you can see what the emphasis was at halftime. Here in the second, a lot more effort to get the ball inside, and it's starting to pay dividends.
And Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak. Matter of fact, I'd love to just call him the Greek Freak if I could. Is a matchup issue for any defense. I mean, he's a guy who literally and really can play any position on the floor.
Levine dishes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Levine. Moore with the steal. 3 on 3. Here's Prince. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Nice shot by Brogdon, wide open. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 assists now in the game.
Bad turnover, plain and simple. No other way to describe it. I mean, he just threw it out of bounds.
And the Bucks with possession. They're on an 18-7 run. There's the pick. Brogdon the pass to Maker. Kicks to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And this kid is a remarkable athlete who knows how to put the ball in the basket. His offensive attack is really lethal. He's a special talent, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And here's Brogdon from the arc. Rebound by the Hawks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 9 points for Eric Bledsoe. Bucks trail by 4. Brogdon kicks to Levine. The feed to Parker. Antetokounmpo against Prince. Down low. It's going to be 2 free throws through contact on the shot.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line. Gotta like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Hawks have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Bledsoe kicks to Moore. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Off target with his three.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot. Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Town? Helps him come through when the game gets snowed. So I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And Moore kicks to Collins.
And all the turnovers, guys, are hurting his team. I mean, he's continuing to just give the ball away.
Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Screened by Parker. Levine kicks to Antetokounmpo. Over Prince. And again, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 15 points here in the second half. Near the three-point line, it's Moore. And that one comes up a bit short.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Atlanta's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. He gets that one. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Brogdon kicks to Levine. Dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
To the paint. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. From deep, Moore. Good on the three-point shots. Moore's got 43 points.
Savvy move to pull up from three-point range on the break there. When you can shoot it like he can, if you've got it, take it.
There's the pick. Brogdon the pass to Levine. Feeds to Antetokounmpo. Over Prince. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Wow, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it. Absolutely amazing, Kevin. This young man is so money, and his teammates absolutely love it. Carl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Big Cat.
And that tacks another big point onto the lead. Great N1 play showing us now. Look at that killer instinct.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're down by 5. 50 seconds left to play here in the fourth. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Ogden.
During the timeout, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He told him this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
Sounds like a rock concert in here.
And guys, that was the bucket they have been waiting for.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
A floater. It falls!
And there you go now. One of the NBA's rising stars, Levine, stepping up when it counts.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Moore. Miss!
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot the
both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3-point split.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. 7 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Exactly. You're right on top of it, Greg. No need to chuck up a 3. Just be smart and get a quality shot.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the foul called on the Atlanta Hawks. That one is on time. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, free throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the defense.
So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and you gotta love being on edge and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Ulrich, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew. Thanking you.
Open door.